In the meantime, the president prepares to give his final State of the Union address tonight.
Yeah, White House Press Secretary Dana Perino joins us right now to talk about what's going to be the focus this evening. Thanks for joining us, Dana. I know it's going to be a big night. It's a late night for you. The president's address about 40 minutes long. What do you think is going to be the most significant theme that we're going to get out of this?
I think you'll hear the president talk about the two main issues for our country are the war on terror as well as the economy. On the economy, he'll talk about the importance of the Senate moving forward quickly to accept the deal that was made in the House with our both on a bipartisan basis for a short-term stimulus package. And then in the long term, he'll say we've got to make sure that these tax cuts remain permanent. If not, 116 million Americans could see their taxes go up by $1,800 a year in 2010. The president doesn't think that's acceptable. Absolutely.
Hey, Dana.
Then on the other side, I'll talk about terror and war on terror in Iraq.
You're right to touch on the economy. I know this morning, overnight, the Asian stock markets, one of them sold off something like 7 or 8%. And so people are going to look to the president because a lot of people across the country right now are hurting.
They are, but I think that the daily fluctuations in the market aren't something that you can use as a measure for the long-term growth of this economy.
Yeah, but the subprime thing, and, a lot of people are getting laid off, and people are worried.
People are worried, but that's why they should take heart in the fact that we are working with Congress in a bipartisan way. We've got a great agreement. I don't know what it is that the Senate wouldn't like with an agreement that Nancy Pelosi and Charlie Rangel like. So we hope that they'll be able to set aside their desire to add additional things to it. We understand that they might want to do more, but we think that they could do that outside of this economic stimulus package.
Also something, Dana, that people look forward to seeing when the president speaks during the State of the Union is who the guests will be with the First Lady. And those guests have now been announced just a few minutes ago. Top of the list are the President and the First Lady's twins.
Yes, the girls will be there, and that's a very special thing for this president and Mrs. Bush. They love their daughters very much. They're very proud of them. And they've really grown since, it's been 8 years since the president ran for office. And now they're young professional women who are writing books and doing great work in terms all around the world. So it's very exciting that they'll be there.
And Dana, speaking of the daughters, I read somewhere, wasn't there some sort of a slumber party or something a shower for the one who's getting married?
I think there was a lot of activity this weekend celebrating the upcoming nuptials between Jenna Bush and Henry Hager. So it was great. We had
Dana, what happened?
I don't know. I wasn't invited.
Was there a slumber party?
That's girl talk, Steve.
I want to know if there was a slumber party.
I bet you do.
Good answer.
Hey, Dana, as we continue to talk about you, before you actually had this job, in 2002, the president's approval rating was 84%. In 2003, it was 60%, and now it's 32%. Do you take full responsibility for that?
Sure. If that's where people want to fix it, that's fine.
Does the president see that number and wonder what he could do about it in the final sprint, as you call it?
I don't think so. He doesn't really worry about he's aware of the polls. He knows what they are, but he doesn't make decisions based on them. He makes decisions based on what's right. And, the polls will be what they'll be. He believes that history in the long run will get it right, but he can't worry about polls. And nobody should want a president who thinks about the Gallup poll.
All right. Dana Perino joining us from the North Lawn of the White House. If you're not going to talk about the slumber party, you got to go, okay?
Okay. I'll go see if I can find out.
All right. Yes. Report back to us. Call us at 888-TEL-FOX.
We are going to be speaking to the First Lady's Chief of Staff later on in the show, so maybe she'll divulge those secrets.
I hope so. Hey, if you were at the slumber party over the weekend, email us, would you? friends@foxnews.com.